Hello everyone, and welcome to a 45-minute wall yoga practice. This is a wonderful practice for all levels of mobility as well as all levels of yoga experience. This is a very recovering practice, a very restorative practice for the mental and the physical body. We will be spending a majority of our practice with the legs elevated up the wall, which is really good, having the legs above the heart, reducing inflammation within the extremities. It's really good for our circulation, for the health of our heart, for our digestive system. And this is also a really wonderful practice for our mental body and our mental health. Not every day we need to push and force our body into activity. It's very much so healthy to slow things down and to take some time in our yoga practice for restoration and calm. With this practice, all you need is enough room on a wall to starfish and not hit anything. You can grab a pillow is handy. I'm doing this today in my house. So there's going to be outside noise and things are going to happen within the video, of course, because I can't tell the world to stop so that I can record this. You can play your own music if you like, or I've actually made a Spotify playlist for this class. However, with copyright reasons, I cannot play it while we're practicing. So I will post a link underneath to the Spotify playlist. It is YouTube Wall Yoga is the name of it, and it's under Tenille, Devi, Willowtree name on Spotify, but I'll post a link underneath, or you just play your own music. We will get started in a few moments, so all you again need, maybe a pillow, find a good space on the wall. You don't need a mat, you don't need a bra, you don't even need pants for this. I'm not wearing pants or bra or anything like that. This is my favorite thing to do on rainy days like we are having today. If you want to include your animal, Alice will join us for our yoga practice today as well. All right, let's get started. Now, getting our legs up the wall. You're going to move one of your hips up against the wall. Once you have that hip up against the wall, you're going to lay down onto your back, and then you're going to spin yourself around so your legs are straight up. Now, if your butt is against the wall and it's uncomfortable for your legs, you've got a little bit of a bend in your knees and it's not working so well for your body, what you're going to do is wiggle yourself a little bit back from the wall until you're in a position that's going to feel all right for your knees and for your hips. Now, this is where the pillow can come into hand. You can grab a hold of your pillow if you'd like and place it underneath your head for some comfort. To begin here, we're going to take our hands, palms face down onto our belly. And we'll close our eyes. Allowing gravity to do all the work for us. We can remove all the urges to push or pull or force or control anything. Let your legs relax so much that your feet might kind of flop open however they will. Find some softness within your eyes. Allow your jaw to completely unhinge, the lips and teeth slightly separating. Relax the back of your neck. Get any last little fidgets or adjustments out of your body. And then let's turn our awareness to our hands and feel as well as watch the movement caused by your inhales and your exhales. These are longer hold postures where we won't be moving or doing much. Once we get ourselves settled in, we will be still for the duration of the posture, most of these being around 4 minutes long. Thoughts and stories will come and go from our mind. Distractions will happen. That's just part of being human. That's just part of life happening as it is. But here, within this resting state, we have no way of reacting or of doing anything about it. So during this time, stuff's going to happen, distractions are going to happen, but nothing needs to be better. You don't need to fix anything. Nothing really needs your attention unless you feel pain. In that case, please adjust or do what you need to do to not be in pain anymore. Relaxing those abdominal muscles so the breath can travel all the way down into the hands. Allowing the breath to be natural, organic, and effortless. Exhale to be a little longer, slower, heavier. Moving into our second posture, we'll open the legs wide, Ving them open as wide as they will safely and comfortably go. We'll take our arms wide as well here. Spending the first few moments of any of these postures adjusting accordingly so that you can settle in, but within this posture we are welcoming some sensation into the body. Feeling the upper back and shoulders remove any tension from that space. Removing any tension that has come up within the jaw. Still directing the breath down into the belly, into soft abdominal muscles. Maybe there's some tension remaining in your low back. We can let it go as we acknowledge its existence. Moving our legs to a butterfly next. You may want to use your hands for assistance as you start to bring the legs closer together. Around halfway, you'll switch them into butterfly. Feet together, knees open. The little toe edge of the feet will slide down the wall to wherever gravity will take them. The legs are heavy and relaxed. If the feet separate a bit, that's totally fine. And here, let's take our arms overhead. And you'll stack one hand on top of the other as long as this feels healthy for your shoulders. If it doesn't, then open the arms to wherever is most comfortable for you. extend our legs straight up the wall once again. Holding here for a few moments. Next few postures, we need to bend the knees and bring the feet up against the wall. And you're going to want to wiggle yourself back. So you'll take the pillow out from underneath and you're going to wiggle yourself back away from the wall until your hips are underneath your knees. Your knees are 90-degree bent, the shins parallel to the floor beneath you. If you want to add the pillow still, you can grab your pillow, place it underneath your head again. Now our next posture is called square pose or figure four. And across your left ankle over your right thigh. And you want the bone on the outside of the ankle to be outside of the thigh. We don't want this to happen where the sole of the foot turns towards you. We want just outside the thigh, sole of the foot faces the side. If this is challenging on the knee or the hip, adjust your distance from the wall. You can wiggle yourself back. Or you might take this right leg a little bit up so the foot is higher on the wall. Find a slight engagement in this left ankle, the one that's crossed over your thigh. And we'll take our arms just open to the side. Hi, Alice. While we stay here centered, I want you to imagine your tailbone is trying to turn down into the floor. Breathing once again into the belly. Those very nourishing and nurturing breaths into the belly. We will do a few different steps within this posture. You're going to heel toe the foot that's against the wall a bit over to the right. But you want the legs and the hips to go with it. So the knee moves over in line with the ankle. The hips shift a bit to the right, and this left glute, the back of the glute, is going to start to lift a little bit from the surface. And we will hold this first point for half a minute or so. The foot's going to heel toe a little bit further, so it's actually starting to make its way down towards the floor. The knee and the ankle are going to stay in line the whole time, and at this point our left hip is completely lifted up from the surface. Take a few more belly breaths here. And then we'll take it all the way down to the floor. The outside of your right leg will touch down. The sole of your left foot will come down and the kneecap will remain pointing up. Your right hand can reach down for the ankle. Once you have the ankle, your whole left hip and lower abdomen can relax and let go. This left arm is going to open a little bit higher, more like a YMCA arm. And if you'd like, you can also turn your nose to point to the left. Now we are going to take this into a proper twist. You can use your hand to lift the ankle up, bring the legs to stack. Right hand will go now on top of the thigh, left arm will go straight open from the shoulder, and gazing still to the left. Relaxing the abdominal muscles to breathe into the belly. Let's release and bring the legs back up into center. And switching, the right ankle will cross over the left thigh. We'll find a slight flex into the foot, a turn down of the tailbone, the arms to the sides. And we'll heel to the left foot a little bit to the left, the right hip elevating, the knee and the legs shifting over to the left as well. We'll move it a little bit further. Now this right hip is completely elevated. The body is starting to go into a twisted action. And let's take it all the way down to the floor. Sole of the foot's down, out seam of the leg is down. Left hand will grab a hold of the ankle, right arm comes up a little higher like a YMCA arm, and we'll turn our nose to the right. Taking this to full twist, lift the foot, stack the legs, stack the hips. Left hand on top of the thigh, right arm opens to the side. Relax your abdominal muscles and breathe down to the belly. We'll bring the legs back up to center. Next we'll be coming into a frog on the wall. Keeping the legs this 90-degree bend, you're going to heel toe the feet out like you're going into a sumo squat. Once the legs are as wide as they'll go, your heels will turn up and in, your toes out. Knees and ankles are in line, and the insteps of your feet will face up. The arms, let's rest the hands onto the belly again. Heel toe our legs back together, maybe using the hands for some assistance. Give the legs a moment to settle as we come back to center. You can even bring the knees in towards the chest if you wish and wrap the arms around the legs for a few moments. Let's bring the feet against the wall again, and we'll walk the legs out straight. So yes, we are in this angled position here, and that's totally fine. You're going to find a flex in your feet, and you're going to bring your right leg away from the wall, starting to get into the hamstring. Bringing it as close to your body as you can with a slight bend in your knee. So we don't want to lock and push through the knee in the back of the knee. We want the kneecap to be visible here. And you're going to flex your foot. So your sole of your foot faces the ceiling. And then you're going to point. And you're going to flex. And you're going to point. And keep doing this action. If it starts to get tired in the hip flexor, or if you want to grab a hold of the leg, feel free to interlace the hands to the back of the hamstring if it is reachable or available. Let's do some circles at the ankle. Pick one direction to start. Other direction. And then flex the foot again. Here we're going to take the leg. If you have a grip of it, you can do this with the grip. If not, no worries. You can also just do this manually without the hands. You're going to windshield wiper very slowly left to right. Not a very big movement, maybe just beyond the shoulder to shoulder. Back to center. Take your right leg back to the wall. Take your left leg away from the wall. A little softening of the knee. Deciding to grab the leg or not. And you'll flex the toes and point the toes. Flex, point. Circle the ankle, pick one direction. And switch directions. Holding the leg or not, gentle windshield wipers left to right. And then come back to center and take your foot against the wall again. We're going to bend the knees, again bringing the feet up against the wall. Your left leg is going to go wider. We're going to go into a half happy baby. Your right knee is going to come in towards the armpit with the foot facing up towards the ceiling. Option to reach up and grab a hold of the big toe with your first and second finger, dropping the thigh towards the floor. Maybe you grab the little toe side instead. Or if grabbing the foot isn't available, you can go underneath the leg and maybe just grab a hold of the hamstring. Your left knee is going to go heavy, kind of like it was in that sumo squat frog pose. Your right thigh is going to get heavier, and if you'd like here, you can even pull down. we're going to release the right leg and we'll switch. Right foot to the wall, a little bit wider, that sumo squat position. Left knee up into the armpit. Choose your grip of your hand. Maybe it's the same on each side, maybe it has to be different. Left and right side are known to be quite different, especially if you've had an injury on one side and not the other. Right leg goes a bit heavy. Left leg and arm, if you'd like, you're going to pull down. Release your leg for a few moments. Bring your legs together. Knees bent. To a full happy baby, the knees will travel up in towards the armpits. Again, you can grab a hold of the hamstrings. Maybe reaching up for those big toes again. Or underneath the feet to wrap around the little toe edge. You can rock a few times right to left. One of my favorite things to do here, you bring your left foot center, still holding the foot, and you kick your right leg open to the side. And then you switch, you bring your feet in, and then kick left out. Hi, Alex. You do this a few times, left to right, if it feels right for you. If not, just remaining in center. We'll release the legs and extend them up against the wall. Let the ankles relax, the legs and hips relax. If the feet flop open, that's fine. Bend your knees into your chest, wrap your arms around your legs, give yourself another squeeze. Some breaths down into the belly, maybe rocking left to right if that feels right for you. Bringing the hands to the kneecaps, we'll circle the knees one direction. Pick a direction, either is fine. And switch direction. We're going to take the right arm overhead and we'll roll off to the right side. And we're going to hang out here on the right side of our abdomen a little bit longer. Taking a moment here to thank yourself for taking time for your body, your mind, and for your well-being. Listening to the body and knowing that maybe it's time to slow down today and to take more of a restful approach to our life. Being committed to our practice, whether it is a more exhilarating practice or a more calm, restorative practice. All yoga is good yoga and good for our body and our mind. Take one last moment here to send some love. Send some light and well wishes to anyone or anything. Welcome to bring yourself all the way up into seated. Whatever comfortable seat may call to you is welcome. Bring your hands together in front of your heart center and rub your palms together. Get some fire, get some heat going between the hands. And let's take our hands and stack them over our eyes. Right over right, left over left. And let the warmth of the hands soften any tension remaining in the cheeks. Any stress around the eyes, the eyelids, and all the way up into the forehead and eyebrows. Allowing the eyes to gently open, just allowing a little bit of light in. And releasing the hands down into your heart center. Thank you so much for practicing and taking time out for you. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be free of suffering. May all beings be liberated. Be happy, be happy, be happy. Namaste.